Hello and welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I'm Amy the Medium, and today we are looking at the Four of Wands. I really love this card because you can feel the joy emanating from this card when you look at it. So as we dig into the artwork here, we see there are two people who are celebrating. They hold bouquets of flower over their heads. You see the four wands in the foreground. Between them is suspended a garland of grapes and luscious vegetation. Behind them, you see a large castle or home, and there's a couple other people there who could represent family or other revelers who are celebrating with them. So what I love about this card first is that the two people that you see illustrated in the center are very androgynous. It could be two females, it could be two males, it could be a man and a woman. It is meant to be interpreted depending on how this card shows up in your deck. But overall, this card really means celebration, family, homecoming. It can represent a wedding, it can represent a party, it can represent a birthday. It can represent all those times where family comes together to celebrate. And I use family loosely because family can mean people you're related to. It can mean people you bring into your life, say a spouse. It can also mean the friends who you build around you, that structure that you build of community. So again, it's important to know what's going on in the rest of the reading. It's important to know what's going on with your client to understand what are we celebrating? What sort of party or achievement are we proud of that we can celebrate when we see this card? The castle in the background is really important because castles in the tarot do typically represent homes. And so when you see this card, because it is so large and it does look like these people are on the grounds of that home, you can assume that this home is relevant to the people that you see celebrating. It's either their home, the home of a family or a friend. It represents homecoming as well. Again, celebration. One more item to point out is the garland that you see suspended between the two wands in the front. Because the fruit there is really luscious and growing very well, it's just a symbol of literally the fruition of things coming into your life, celebrating that bounty, that harvest. So when you see this card come into your reading upright, it really is all about taking that moment to celebrate the great achievement and the coming together that has happened. Now, reverse, this can mean the opposite. It can mean that there are unhappy families. It can mean that there are canceled plans. It can mean that that coming together has not happened. It can mean that celebration of achievement can't happen because the achievement hasn't happened. And so again, you need to look at the cards around to understand what are we celebrating, what family or friends may be involved, and to understand why we're not seeing the success there. So reverse, this is less a card of celebration and more a card of cancellation, a card of separation and a card of unhappiness. So whether this card comes into your reading upright or reversed, it definitely is about ourselves and the people around us and how we celebrate with them. So I hope that this has been an informative Tarot Tuesday for you, and I look forward to connecting with you next week. Take care.